Gotta start the day with a savory affair. Evening rolls around, time to chill and unwind. Tune in for Chillstreams, where relaxation you'll find. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Board. Hatcha's got the insights, he's got us all aboard. In the world of magic, the gathering, he's a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. Take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. My feet looking for a good time. Hatcha on YouTube, dropping truth and rhyme. Passion for magic, he's playing the cards right. Live stream so funny, keeping us up all night. Waking up early, smelling bacon in the air. Gotta start the day with a savory affair. Evening rolls around, time to chill and unwind. Tune in for Chillstreams, where relaxation you'll find. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Board. Hatcha's got the insights, he's got us all aboard. In the world of magic, the gathering, he's a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. share, subscribe. Never won't miss the vibe.
Always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck. What up, my friends? How are you doing? I hope the answer is well. It's Friday night, and for this chill stream, I want to talk about some anime. So that's what we're going to do. First things first, I'm going to grab the live stream link and share it as usual, and then we shall get into some talking. I hope that the microphone isn't messed up. I forgot to check, so I might just be talking to myself right now. I will know in one moment. All right. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Okay. Perfect. That's good. And the microphone is working, so I haven't been talking to myself, which is definitely useful. All right. So, what's up? Ang, Lasagna, Teferi, Dunn, Joe, Some, Error, Shelton, Crawfish, DJ Longhair, Joe from Wonders, Jody, and Lasagna. What's up? How you guys doing? Life been treating you well today? So, Shelton, the real question might be, which animes do you feel are worth watching? I mean, it just feels like more words to ask the same thing, right? Where it's going to be, does it make a difference in terms of what animes are worth watching that basically means to you, and it's based on the way that you feel about them, because there isn't an objective answer automatically to that, right? So I thought about saying, what are the best animes of 2025? But then people might come in and expect me to be talking about, they're like, you asked the question, what are the best animes of 2025? And then we come in and you don't have the answers for us? So I was just like, well, it doesn't matter what anime is the best, whatever it looks like. The title's going to make it look like I have a list of answers for you. And I don't. I just decided I wanted to talk about anime because I was watching anime before the stream. And the show that I was watching has been pretty entertaining, but ended off weak. And I looked over my list and went, I need more suggestions. I need more stuff on my list. I need more varieties. Well, I guess not varieties specifically, because I'm not looking to watch a slice of life one about tennis, for example, you know? But yeah, it's just a generalized discussion. There are no wrong answers here. People can pick from any time frame that they want. And I got a notebook. I'm going to make notes on top of having some written down that I watched that I'm going to talk about. I've also got this here so I can keep track of people's suggestions. Joe, you're sitting next to Annihilator. Well, hello, guys. Oh, that reminds me, actually. Joe contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do something fun with you guys where we come up with some flavor text for some of the Wonders cards. So that's something that we're going to do at some point in a stream for some fun times. That should be good. So let's see here. I'm gonna quickly note down the stuff that you guys have mentioned as the stream was starting. All right. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'll just write them in here. I always think about I'll put this in this notebook and this in this notebook, and it's just an unending spiral of notebooks. Okay. So I'm gonna put this stuff down here. Error, you said Ranma 1/2, which I feel like I've already seen, but if I'm not sure if I've seen it, I'm gonna note it down. All right. Some Ubelblatt. Are you just making shit up? What the hell is that? Ubelblatt. Joe said Doro Hidoro. I don't know if I know that one. Solo Leveling, I've seen. I enjoyed in its entirety, pretty much. Full Metal Alchemist, there's 2 different versions, and the one version's amazing. Even their flashback episodes move the story forwards, which is amazing, right? Death Note, definitely seen that. That's good up until L's gone, and then it just kind of falls off. Delicious Dragon. I've heard of Delicious in Dungeons. I'm assuming that's what that is. Break Stop, you're playing Look Outside? Is that where you hang out front of some poor lady's house tapping on the window? Is that what Look Outside means? Some Space Brothers. 2 brothers that set a goal to become astronauts. All right. What up, Drunkle? Heading out for a day of Commander play. Nice. Sheldon, any reason why I'm here instead of the main channel? I just decided I wanted to talk more about anime, and on the main channel, it's more likely that people will come in specifically with the magic chatting and stuff, which I'm not against, obviously, because I'll discuss it, but I figured since this is an anime discussion, why not? I'm gonna vary it up a little bit more. The hard and fast rule I had about where to stream has been kind of softened around the edges, bro. Crawfish Helsing is good. I've seen that. Grave of Fireflies. Okay, haven't seen that. Haven't heard of that one. Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've seen that. Wasn't really for me. Okay, so Joe, you were talking about Delicious in Dungeons. Yamagoro Girls and Panzer for the over-the-top action. That's what we talked about yesterday. And now it's going on the list. It was already on a little note thing on my desk, bro. Buck, your life reincarnated as a Magic player. I don't think that's a show yet. Campfire cooking. Done campfire cooking. All right. Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. Okay. These names, like, it's so funny how much anime names have changed over the years. They would have, like, oh, check it out, it's Fist of the North Star. But now it'd be like, My Crazy Life, where I poke people and tell them they're already dead. You know? It's the names. The names they give this shit is hilarious. Jess, you should download Samurai Champloo again. You know what? I don't remember how much of that I watched, but I remember the music being so banger. So banger. Uberblatt is on Prime. Lasagna's calling it Ubelblatt. Which is it? Hey, Sheldon Super Chat says, my favorite anime as of late has been the gushing over magical girls. The main character wants to be one, but ends up becoming a villain for the magical girl team in her town, and fun times ensue. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you explained what it is, because gushing over magical girls sounds triple X bare minimum. And you never know what people are going to consider anime. Break Stop, it's a horror game. You still haven't answered my question as to, is that the game where you go on tap on poor women's windows? Because, I mean, let's be real, bro. That would be a horror for them, wouldn't it? All right. Sheldon has done a super chat, and I just noticed there's a red bar up here and a wheel back here, so it looks like we're doing some wheel action. Jim, Uberblatt feels like they said, fuck the story, we're here for fights in CNA. Oh, Shelton, you got fucking insult, you greasy juggalo. Juggalo. You go down to those weird parties where all the juggalos are drinking their pop and listening to the Insane Clown Posse, and you know what? Even the juggalos won't have you, bro. You ain't got enough. You ain't got enough of the goodness. You ain't got enough of the goodness to be a juggalo. How does that feel? It should feel bad. Like, imagine that. Imagine, well, like a juggalo. And then imagine you being looked down on by a juggalo for trying to be one. And they don't think you have what it takes when any drugged up degenerate can be a juggalo. Shelton, you crusty dick slapper. None of your anime suggestions are valid because I don't think you even know what anime is. You're probably suggesting coloring books from the local library. Does anybody actually go to the library anymore? I don't know. I'm surprised they're still around. We used to have to struggle to get knowledge, and so you had buildings full of books where you could go and get this knowledge. And now all the information's on the internet and everybody's a dum-dum, right? That's it. But, Shelton, you're low to the board, so let me put you up there. You Chungus McWungus. Here we go. Here's the marker that I use to write Chode's names on the board. All right. This is the guy who watches Gushing Over Magical Girls. Some To Be Hero X, it's about heroes that have the powers people believe they have. Oh. So you take the concept of like a belief structure of gods in some stories, gods get their powers based off belief in them. Except, for example, in the magic set, Theros, in their world, right? Gods get their power from people believing in them. So it's a variation of that. That's kind of cool. So if people believe you have a power, you have that power. If you look like a chud and they think you have the powers of a chud, then you'd be a chud. Is that how that works? Lewis, Full Metal Alchemist is awesome. It's awesome. Ubelblatt is the correct one. All right. All right. Casey, solo leveling. Yup, already been there. It's a cool concept. I actually really like that show. It's mostly good, which is a high rating from me. That's a high rating. Mostly good is more than you can expect. It's certainly not like, whoa, what was that one show that has that banger intro song and a really cool concept, but ultimately is so annoying that I just ended up yelling at the screen. Why can't I think of the name right now? Oh, you guys put Panzer Girls in my head, so my brain just goes, Panzer? It's not Panzer, you idiot! They're like, they die, and then they get transferred to this room with this black metal ball full of weaponry and stuff. Gance! That's it. Gance. That shit had so much promise. It's like, whoa, you die, and you end up in this unknown place, and you have to go and blow away aliens that are from a pseudo dimension overlaid with Earth or something like that, or they actually exist. It's not 100% clear, but it was interesting. Except, my God, they're just standing there the whole time, and you're just yelling, "Just shoot them! Just shoot them! Just do something!" I have never yelled at an anime as much as I yelled at Gance. Like, the intro song got me hyped. I was right into it. And the more I watched, I think I watched all of it just hoping that one day it would be good. But it refused. It refused. Lasagna, the wheel's too shiny. Oh, you know what? You're right. It is reflecting light. Hold on. Let's see if we... There we go. There we go. That makes it a bit better. Gance is a great manga. It's not a great anime, Lasagna. It's terrible. It's terrible. Nothing makes any sense. What up, Thompson? Like, none of it makes any sense. And not in the fun way where it's like, it doesn't make sense, but it will. Jess, it looks like wonders to you. Well, all that matters is where this little, I don't even know how you see that. Well, you know what? Never mind. The wheel's on a different angle, so maybe you did see it that way. Whatever. Larry, that's right. We're talking anime. What the hell? You got the little accent ragu over your E, bro. You're so fancy. Lewis, Goblin Slayer. Yup, I've seen that. That's good. Drunko, Genshiken, Grenadier, Vampire Hunter D, Cat Soup. That one I haven't heard of. Cat Soup. Knight of Sidonia. Oh no! Oh no! Don't know Habanero! Don't let Habanero see it! Do not, Drunkle, don't let Habanero see the last thing that you suggested. Oh my God. Rain! Oh, I gotta put, I almost feel like I gotta put an asterisk. I know I said there's no wrong answers, But apparently I was wrong. Because Wolf's Rain is a wrong answer. Wolf's Rain is terrible. All right? It's terrible. Yeah, no habaneros here, man. Watch out. Don't let him know. Don't let him know. Habanero's opinion is that the anime and the manga of Gance are both terrible. Well, after my experience with the anime, I'm inclined to believe you. You know? Kensuke, old people still need a place for what? For what? Lasagna, what needs to make sense when you have skin-tight big jugs? But, wait, I mean, if it's your body, how does that even make sense with skin tight? Isn't everything skin tight, even if your skin loose, bro? Because you gotta get loose. Skin loose. Pick your folds up off your shoes. You can't even see your knees. All right. Some ergo proxy. What? What is that? Yeah, Habanero says, man, Wolf's Rain just invalidated all your suggestions. Sorry, homie, I don't write the rules. Oh, all right, hold on here. Kanzuki, old people need the library. Okay, fair point. Fair point. I mean, I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but more and more there's all these like mini libraries popping up on suburb streets and stuff where it's like, go ahead and help yourself to books. So you can take books, you can leave books, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Oh my God, Carly! Carly, I didn't even say. Carly came in and left a comment so awful about anime that my brain didn't even process it. Literally, I just went, wait, Carly said something in the stream earlier, and what was it? My brain didn't retain it or even process it, I guess, because I went back and read, and she's suggesting level E. Level E, Carly! That is the you know what? I was thinking of Gance, and I'm like, oh, I hate Gance. I yelled at Gance, and I watched a bunch of it. But level E, I didn't even make it through the first episode, bro. They started doing puppet shows and whatever else, and my brain was like, I am out. I am out. Jess, you still feel 18 to 24 inside? Is that a sign of a healthy brain or an immature person? You never feel older for real, bro. Like, I don't feel older than I did when I was 18. Like, yeah, you make the joke when it's like, wow, that happened 20 years ago. I am technically that old. But you don't feel like... in one way, you can feel like you've lived a bunch of different lives. Like, your life has been chunked down into, like, 3 different lives that you've lived, and you can remember them or whatever. But at the same time, you always feel the same. You are a continuity, bro. You will gain knowledge and experience, and your perspective will change, and you'll feel like that's just always been whatever your current perspective is, pretty much feels like your always normal perspective, unless you contrast it directly with a previous point in your existence that directly contradicts that. Where you're like, I've always been like this. Oh, really? Explain this, this, and this. It's like, oh no, I've changed and grown. But even though you change and grow, you don't feel, I imagine when you get to 70, you just look at your body and like, I can see it. I see the proof, but I don't feel it. You know, like, even though I'm not nearly as healthy as I was when I was a kid, I don't feel old. You know, I make jokes, but I don't feel it. I don't feel it. Larry, there's a Final Fantasy 16 anime. Ramal, what's up? Reincarnated as a slime. That's a fun one. I like that. Drunkle, you like Log Horizon? What does that mean? Wait, have I seen that? Ramal, yeah, solo leveling is great. It is genuinely enjoyable. That one I watched both seasons of, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen next with it. What up, 10-4? Kensuke, if my life was TV, I'm in the 4th spinoff. There you go. There you go. Lasagna, yeah. I mean, there'd be a ton There would be a ton of evidence for that. Jordan, crazy title. We're talking anime tonight, big boy. So, you guys are giving me some good suggestions. Fuck off, Larry. Go fuck yourself, bro. Go fuck. Well, it's actually a video game, but the cutscenes feel like an anime. Fuck your mother. I don't care if a book feels like a dodgeball to you. We're playing dodgeball in the book because it feels the same to me. They both have tactile experiences, so there's some similarities. Like, oh, I can hit it with my hand and it flies over the net. Fuck your bullshit. We're talking about fucking animes, but you're so hung up on your Final Fantasy bullshit that you gotta go, that's like it. You're the same kind of person, like when people are talking about their children or their babies or whatever, you bring up like your fucking dog or your doll collection or something as it's on the same fucking level when it's not. It's like that. No, it's not. We're talking about animes. No, not what feels like an anime. What fucking is. All right? Your comment is as useful as the people who go, well, you know what? You shouldn't watch the anime. You should read the manga. Go fuck yourself, right? Oh, you want to have fast food? No, you know what you should do? You should go start a fucking farm and grow your own crops. Go fuck yourself. I got a particular experience that I want, right? Habanero, let this grieving soul retire. All right, buddy. Wait, you talking about me? So, what have I been watching? Oh, yeah, okay. So, today, just watched the the final episode of Evengiven the Worthless Appraiser class. I'm actually the strongest. Which does have a fun concept, right? The guy finds fucking you Drazzle. That name is so unwieldy. Anyways, and he gets all kinds of crazy powers. He can basically appraise and absorb the powers of monsters, and he gets progressively more powerful. And it turns out there's multiple splinters of this tree that have grown into their own trees, so they're all interconnected, and this guy is seeking out to find them and reunite them. It's got some fun to the concept, but like, we just watched episode 12, and it felt like a filler episode. I was like, what even happened in this episode? I was like, all you care about is action. I don't just care about action, but nothing's going on in this episode. They all got dressed up to go to a party. Whoop-de-doo. And then Carly was like, yo, well, I mean, she didn't say yo, but she said, look, they might kiss, and that's like a big moment. And I was like, who cares? And it showed them on the balcony, and she's like, they might kiss here. And they didn't. They just said a couple of things to each other that were inconsequential, and then the episode ended. And Carl's like, they didn't even kiss. And I'm like, that's what you get. This shit's a filler episode. That's what it feels like. She called it fan service, whatever, but I don't know, man. I don't care about, oh, look at the lady characters in this got into dresses. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Drunko Ghost Stories is an anime where the randos did the voice acting without a script because their budget fell short, but it's a funny watch. Have I heard of that? Break stop. There's tons of Juglug ones. Jess, you liked Akira? Yeah, Akira was wild. That was like the first anime I ever saw. Akira and Ghost in the Shell were the first two I ever saw. And I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. All I'd ever seen before that was cartoons. You know what I mean? That's one of the disservices that North America has done to anime, where they bring them over and then like, it's for kids, so here you go. Make Naruto is a kid show. And it's like, there's stuff in there that's not for kids, and just the way they do it, you know? Meh. I never got into Dragon Ball Z, because it always just seemed like everyone was yelling. Chim, what's the super depressing Gundam series where all the kids die? I don't know. I do not know. Larry, you saw one, Kakaguri? It's about a private school where your grades are decided based on your gambling skills. Okay, all right, that's different. That's different. Casey, Berserk of Gluttony. Is that the same thing? It's just the anime Berserk? Because I hated it. I hated it. It was terrible. Like, it looked so bad. Me and Carly watched it, and it was just blood and guts and guts and blood and blood and guts. And it looked like crap. And I'm like, this is so dumb. This is so stupid. Ghost Stories is 2 stories. The sub is done proper. The dub, they said whatever they thought was funny. Different experience depending on the viewing method. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that. I think I have seen that. Ghost Stories wasn't a budget issue. It was a situation where the director of the dub studio bought the rights to do the English dub cheap and was given the rights to do the dub how he wants. I think we did see that. Jordan, Attack on Titan. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. The giants eating people, the concept of everybody living in walled cities because these massive Titan giants that don't have skin sometimes. They're just horrifying. The energy, it's amazing. Berserk of Gluttony is not anything like Berserk. Okay, fair enough. On the list it goes. They just eat people to eat them. You gotta have something to do. Larry Sword Art Online? Yep, I've seen that. Definitely seen that. Have I seen Speed Grapher? No. It just sounds like somebody who can, like, make graphs quickly. Like, check out my skills. Nobody graphs as fast as me. So what else did we watch recently? I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. About a receptionist at an adventurers guild who gets tired of adventurers taking too long to kill bosses. So she'll go out and kill the bosses under like a secret identity so that she can get out of work on time. Conceptually, okay, what's going on? But then you watch it and you're like, yo, this is dreadful. This is dreadful. Just no good. No good. Drunkle, I did like Black Clover. Black Clover had a bunch of fun stuff going on. I watched the movie, and all that happens in the movie is Asta yelling all the time. Non-stop yelling. Always yelling, this guy. Jordan, you like Midnight Gospel? I haven't heard of that one. Lasagna Shield Hero. I think I've only seen the first season of that. Habanero, wasn't it you who said the second season of it's absolutely terrible, bro? So yeah, the receptionist one was terrible. Possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. It starts off interesting. I'm like, okay, you know, this guy's got goddess blessed alchemy powers, and he's like sent to this, he's basically brought into the world by accident where this summoning ritual brings 3 other people from his world. He gets pulled through too, and then a goddess intervenes and moves him back in time by a year and grants him additional powers because he's going to need to face off against these villains. But it's like, if I was to think of any show where the main character has no problems at all and overcomes everything that happens like it's a non-issue, it's this show. Oh no, we've got to go to the Ultra Death Dungeon. Okay, we made it through with no problems. Oh no, there's an Ultra Death Golem. I walked up to it. Actually just wants to be my friend. Okay. Like, it was weak sauce, man. Juglum, you hope I've seen Black Lagoon? I don't know. I think I gotta write that down because it doesn't, you better not be like going, the creature from the Black Lagoon, and talking about a movie or something. Augustus, no. No. You already missed the part of the stream where I said, fuck that. I'm talking about animes that you fucking watch. Imagine you want to just fucking enjoy talking about your books, and you're like, I really like this book, and somebody comes in, you should watch the movie instead. No, I want to read the book. No, you have to watch the movie. You know, like, no. We're talking about animes you watch, not mangas. No. Habanero's second season of Shield Heroes hot stinky garbage view at own risk. Okay. All right. Wait, what? What? Jungle, you watched some terrible anime recently about fantasy races that come to Earth and get fat because of Earth's diet, and a human therapist helps them. It's weird fat girl fan service. All right, tell me the name. Tell me the name. I have to. Oh, I shouldn't say this loudly. I'm going to tell Carly. Oh, there's this great new anime. And I'll just tell her what the Japanese name is. And then I'll put it on and she'll be like, what the fuck is this? Jordan, Death Note is great up until a point. And then it's just terrible. Just terrible. Larry, I've seen a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Some of it's funny, and in some you're like, JoJo, stop beating the ladies! Come on, JoJo, what the fuck, dude? Habanero Black Lagoon's an anime classic. Alright. What? Have you seen Vivi Fluorite's Eye Song? About an android that wants to entertain but is tasked with changing the future? No. No, I have not. That's a pretty ridiculous concept. Its English name is Melissa. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. But it says I've seen that elf anime. It's got native ladies, so it's fine for that. Oh. Level E, so bad. All right, what else do we got on my list? Reborn as a vending machine. Now I wander the dungeon. It's so dumb. It's so dumb as a concept. A guy's literally reincarnated as a vending machine. But for the non-serious side, like if you're looking for a more serious story, you're not going to get it from this. But it was actually surprisingly entertaining. And the vending machine show felt like it had more challenges Buddy had to deal with than possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. I'll say that. Zircon, what's up, buddy? You still on your road trip? Juggling plus... Oh, you guys all... I guess everybody knows plus size elf. Tinsman, your dorm floor used to watch Maison Ikoku, which is like an anime soap opera from the 80s. You just went to meet girls, but no girls ever joined. You poor misguided fool. What chick was gonna be looking for, like, watching anime back in the day? You know? Not very many. Of course it's gonna be a bunch of dudes. Jordan, War of the Rohirrim. Oh, the Lord of the Rings stuff. I've actually heard good things about it. Gianna, you wish America still had substantial beer imports? Living the low suds life, huh? The Quasar of Stigmata, where the hair needs to suck tits to fill around. Oh my god. That's funny. That's funny. Augustus, what kind of animes do I like to watch? I like to watch things with good story. I tend to favor things that have some kind of fantastical element to it. So, magic, some kind of mythical world, something that sets it apart from modern day Earth. Although you can get away with ones on modern day Earth that I can enjoy as well. But I tend to like ones that magic usually tends to be a big part of it. Not always, but, you know, like, it touches on it in one way or another, usually. Another one I checked out was Headhunted to Another World, From Salaryman to Big Four, where this dude who worked in the corporate structure for however long gets spirited away to another world and installed as one of the overbosses for underbosses. And he has to deal with all kinds of trials and tribulations, but using the knowledge that he has gleaned from his time on Earth. So that was fun. And then I left my A rank party to train my students or whatever about a guy who leaves his super hyped up dungeon adventuring party to basically train up lower level individuals and hang out with their party. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like that one. And then for one that actually has nothing to do with magic, but does have a kind of fantastical element to it, that's Sakamoto Days. And the fantastical element is the fact that the assassin in it has such unbelievable superhuman reflexes and skills. Jess, you've been on a kick where you do stuff to make life better other than quitting your habits and still working on that. You can't think of anything else anymore. Well, get yourself books. Get yourself books that talk about improving your life. When I was young, I thought that self-help books were fucking stupid. I really did. I remember thinking like, that shit's lame and pointless. And now I'm like, okay, I'm at the point now where I can absorb other people's learnings through their failures and successes. So why would I not want to take advantage of that? You know? You can find good versions of that and useless versions of that. But you never know when you're reading something, when something in particular is gonna click. It's almost like in a video game where you can't unlock certain things until previous things have been unlocked, where you might have read this book 6 months earlier and it would have done nothing for you. Nothing in that would have really coalesced into anything. But because of different experiences you have, a better understanding you have, all of a sudden you read something and you're like, oh, this makes sense. And you lock it in and use it, right? Oh my God, Drunkle, you are correct. The Promised Neverland is something you need to watch without knowing really what it is, because the revelations that are revealed during the course of that are absolutely crazy. Like, The Promised Neverland is a surprisingly good show that definitely can evoke some strong emotions, bro. Larry, you like card game animes like Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's a Card Fight Vanguard show? Chim, Sakamoto Days is hilarious. It's fun. Oh, Augustus, you got good suggestions, buddy. No Game, No Life, seen it, enjoyed it. Mob Psycho, seen it, enjoyed it. Those are solid choices. Habaneros as fantasy and isekai animes are usually a shoo-in for perp. Science fiction and rom-coms are a hard sell for him. Yeah, I mean, rom-coms especially. Science fiction, depending on how it's done, can feel quite fantastical and fun, but like mech shows, like Gundam shows and stuff, I tend to clock out. Like Code Geass had some interesting stuff going on, but overall, the lanky goofball nonsense, like, I couldn't tolerate the show, right? Larry, why isn't there a magic anime? I know, right? Christ, watch Monster. It's not fantasy, but it has an amazing plot. What, you mean just like the movie? Drunkle, Shangri-La Frontier. Me and Carly have seen that one. I've seen that one. Man, yeah. Promised Neverland, though. Absolutely wild. Lasagna, the Dragon Prince. Oh yeah, I haven't checked out the Castlevania stuff. What else do I have on here? Solo Leveling, which already got mentioned a million times. There's one, Country Bumpkin, about a swordsman from a small village who goes to the capital city to train people in swordsmanship, and it's okay so far. It's not. I don't even really think about it, so I'll have to look at my list to remember to even finish watching it. And then, Reborn is like an evil lord of a galactic empire, which is about a guy who got hosed over really hardcore in real life, and then a demon offered to reincarnate him in another world of his choice, and he chose that world and was like, you're reincarnated as the child of a noble family and whatever. And then it turns out the life that he's reborn into is also garbage because that demon just loves to feed on people's suffering, so it's just intentionally making things suck for him. And it's got a fun premise to it, but I also don't care about the fact that it has a bunch of, like, I don't care about the space battles. Christ, it's an anime. Oh, okay. All right, buddy. All right. Drunkle, Blue Exorcist. It's hilarious that you bring that up, honestly. Wait, Shelton, Call of the Night's considered a rom-com, but the main character has to fall in love with a vampire to become one, but he doesn't understand what love is. See? Something like that's got fantastical elements. I'm going to put it on the list. That might work. That might work. I doubt it, but you never know. You never know until you check it out. So bringing up Blue Exorcist is hilarious to me because I have seen Blue Exorcist multiple times. And I think it might be 3 times even. I'll ask Carly what her opinion is on the subject. Because we use Blue Exorcisting as a term specifically for when we think we've seen an anime. So we watched Blue Exorcist, and then we watched Blue Exorcist again, and at a certain point through the series, started to go, have we seen this? I feel like maybe we've seen this. And then you get to the ending, and it's like, wait a minute, I remember this, and I feel like it happened twice. I feel like we've rewatched Blue Exorcist twice without remembering what it was at all, really, until the very end. So that's literally mine and Carly's personal term for when we've already seen this show and have somehow forgotten, and it's slowly redawning. Lewis, Paranoia Agent is a good one. Paranoia Agent. All right. Some you watched A Girl Who Chants Love at the Bound. Weird name. Has time travel and parallel dimensions. Okay. All right. Some of these I'm just going to write down part of the name and then I'll be able to find it. Oh, Christ. Never mind. Carly's watched Monster. She watched Monster, bro. Lasagna, they did a retcon on Blue Exorcist and made the previous season irrelevant. Thompson Super Chat says, I hope your day went well. I'll go for a spin. You got it, buddy. I forgot it was a wheel stream. Let's go. Let's go for a spin. You can't stand Blue Exorcist. It was so boring. That might be why me and Carly completely forgot it. Blue Exorcist, same as Fire Force. I remember liking Fire Force. Oh, there we go. It's Wonders this time, Jess. It's Wonders. Let's open up a pack of Wonders. I already mentioned in this stream that we're going to be doing some designing of flavor text, right? We're going to do some Wonders texting. We're going to text your mother about Wonders. Ever see the movie Lego in? Nope. Haven't heard of that one. Some, you think you did that with Blue Exorcist 2. Season 3's out now, but you don't want to watch the first 2 seasons again. I feel you. I feel you on that. If you think Paprika wasn't good, then you won't like Paranoia Agent. Fair enough. All right, let's fix up the camera angle. Thompson, oh, you got an Arius? Nice, bro. Nice. I have, where is it? Is it right here? You got an Arius? Time for me to flex. Time for me to flex. Right there, buddy. Right there. Hold on, let me focus up the camera. That'd make it a better flex, wouldn't it? That'd make a better flex. Oh, it's still... Oh my god, it's getting blurrier. There we go. That looks pretty good. We got there. Yeah, see, I got one too, but check it out. I got one of the OCMs. And remember how I yelled about how much I hate Toe Biter? Look what the universe did. Look at that. All right. So we got Celestium Heights, Link's Pasong, Deconstruct. I like this one specifically. Sack one of your dudes, draw 2 cards, and null one of their dudes. Yeah, I like that. We got Seafly Nests, which always feels like it's going to do something, but I really haven't seen it do much. Sunfire City. Take me down to Sunfire City. All right, we got Soul Jar Mastery, which it's 3 to destroy a dude, but you have to do it in a realm where you control a stone. I think it's 5 to destroy a dude otherwise. So I don't know. I mean, that's all right. Hey, all right, a foil epic, man. Harmonic Canyon Refuge. So it's got Kingdom 4. Whenever an enemy attacks in this realm, it gets -2 this round for each item you control in this realm. That doesn't seem too bad, man. Yeah, I mean, you have to have, what, like 4 lands out? But then you can just pile a bunch of items here, and they're not going to be able to get you. They're not going to be able to get you. Then we got a drone token. We got an Ongle Pod. Opponent spells cost 3 more to play. That's really obnoxious. And the fact that you can play like 3 of these guys in one deck, that's gross. That's gross. We got an Igling Roach, Rav Courtroom Mistress, and a Shroom Walker. So we didn't get a Barnabas, we didn't get a Techno Historian, but overall, not too shabby a pack. Nothing to write home to your mama about, but not too shabby. Not too shabby. One thing I do like about snipping the top off the packs is you can just pop the cards back in there temporarily until it's time to sort them in with everything else. All right. Thompson, all that helped you finish your Thalwyn deck. Nice, bro. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Darker Than Black, Pocket Dimension appears in the middle of Japan. Random civilians gain powers that cost them physically. And the protagonist has powers with no cost and doesn't know why. Okay. You know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good as a little teaser to go, okay, what's going on here? A good anime will put some kind of question in your brain in the first episode that you'd like an answer to. At least one. At least one question you have that you would like to get the answer to, right? That's really what brings you in. Chim, is this live getting put up? This live just, like, we're on the live stream channel right now. So when the stream's over, it will stay up for you to watch at your leisure. 100%. Drunkle, Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 only. Tokyo Ghoul starts out really cool, honestly. So I get why you're saying Season 1 only. Also, the intro music for Tokyo Ghoul, oh my god. The intro music, when Buddy just lets loose, and then the images that are on the screen, where the fucking like the wings basically just kind of blast out of her back in that artistic way. That is such an evocative combination of images and audio that it just etched itself into my brain. And I can see it whenever I hear the music, either internally or literally listening to it on an MP3 player or whatever, you know, on YouTube, whatever it is. It puts that in my head because it's so good. It's so good. Lewis, what one are you talking about, buddy? Oh, you're talking about Paranoia Agent. Okay. All right. Have I seen Go-Go Loser Ranger? No, no, I have not. All right, hold up. I'm gonna do an intermission because I need more root beer because the water yesterday was boring and apparently I gave in. I gave in to my sweet sugar demons. So I'm gonna get some more. I'll be right back. I almost switched it to the wrong thing. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link. When Hatcha goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcha goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcha goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcha goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatcha goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch. Man, I got the intro music for Inuyashiki in my head now. Oh, I really like that. Not Inuyasha, Inuyashiki. Inuyasha made me so mad when they destroyed the crystal right away. And we're like, we're doing it all over. Nah, I'm out. I'm out. Forget it. Forget it. Some you didn't mind season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul, but lost me. Okay. Sheldon, I'm not making lore about toe biter. You shut your dirty mouth. You shut your dirty mouth. Drunkle, I told Carly that you said, I said, somebody said Tokyo Ghoul, but season 1 only. And she's like, that guy knows what he's talking about. I was like, hold on, though. Hold on. He also suggested Wolf's Rain. And she just went, no, I take it back. And then she went, Rain! Dante, Helsing was fun, but you're not an anime connoisseur. You don't need to be an anime connoisseur. It's about what you like. I don't call myself a connoisseur. I like what I like. I like what I like. How I Gave Into My Sweet Sugar Demon sounds like a new anime. It does, actually. You're right. Augustus Black Bullet. Never heard of that one. As long as it's not Black Bible. Habanero, you didn't like Paranoid Agent, but you totally understand why people like it. Well, that's not a bad position to find yourself in, where you're like, listen, this isn't for me, but I see where it has merit for others, you know? Gianna, your LGS is going to close. They can't keep up with the Final Fantasy pricing. Magic's getting more and more crazy expensive, so that sucks. Juglum Jinro. I think somebody mentioned that in the stream already, and I didn't actually get it down, right? Lasagna, you haven't bought any Magic in a year. It doesn't matter how good the stuff looks. Making you stand. Otto, hello. Yamagoro pointing at himself. The Fable is about a hitman. It's on Disney Plus and has some funny moments. The Fable? All right. Drungle, I'm a man of taste, good and bad. All right. All right. Lasagna, you've watched 60 seconds of the Bible. That's more than enough. Did I watch Summertime Rendering? No, I didn't. I did not. I lost one of the earlier lists of animes. Now I've got this actual full-on book. What up, Dreams? How you doing, buddy? We're talking animes tonight. Larry, you watch something called Record of Ragnarok. It's a tournament-style anime where mortals fight against gods to decide humanity's fate. I mean, how are mortals supposed to beat gods? Right? Wouldn't the gods always win? Oh, bro, speaking of gods, I saw... I'm allergic to even the memory of it. I saw Thor, Love and Thunder. Now, I know somebody, at least one person in the stream said, do not watch Thor, Love and Thunder. I don't know if it was Zircon, maybe even. Somebody said it. Somebody said it. And they were right. That movie is abysmal. Why did I watch it? Because Carly's like, we already watched the other Thor movies. Put on Thor, Love and Thunder. And I said, okay. And then I started to watch it, and I was just like, oh my God. And I looked at the date it was made, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is post Endgame, where all of the main characters take a back seat and are denigrated and made into crap. And you're just like, so Jane's Thor now? And she's just a better Thor, where she knows how to use his hammer and break it down into little bits that run around busting everybody up. And now Thor is a massive clownish loser who has a crappy weapon that he has to pretend he's afraid of and in a relationship with. And now this chick is in charge of Asgard, but she's bored of it and needs to go fight with all of her sisters. And you're like, Christian Bale is like doing like way too good a job. Like, it's like he doesn't realize he's in a terrible fucking movie where it's a gigantic fucking punchline joke. Was that one written by Taika Waititi or whatever? Because it sucked so bad. I didn't watch the whole movie. At a certain point, it was on, but my brain was not. And I just went, I'm done with this. And I just turned the movie off. And Carly's like, I was wondering when that was going to happen. At that point, she was playing games. She was literally playing video games. So, awful. Joe, you think a few of you told me it was crap? Well, multiple people are allowed to claim that, 100%. I'm not going to say it was only one person, all right? So, Lasagna, you hated that Thor movie so much you don't think you even watched it fully or paid attention. That's what happened to me too. That's what happened to me too. What was it? We were watching some movie, and I said this movie's not boring. I said this movie's boring, and Carly said this movie isn't boring, and I'm like, you know it's boring. What were you just doing? And she's like, well, no, like, yeah, we're sitting here watching the movie, and yeah, I'm thinking about other things and not really paying attention to the movie. I'm like, that's what being bored in a movie is! If your brain starts thinking about other fucking things when the movie's happening, that's how you know you're bored by the movie. That's how it works. It's like that movie 1408 that we watched or whatever, where, I don't believe in the paranormal, and I'm actually stuck in a room where the paranormal is real, holy shit, and it's inching up, and then all of a sudden it's fucking Noah's flood and catastrophe insanity, and they go so big with it that your brain just clocks out, and you're like, this means nothing anymore, and you just start thinking about other stuff, and then you go, wait, I'm doing something, aren't I? I'm watching a movie, and you clue back into it. Lasagna, yeah, Christian Bale put in real effort, right? So, I talked to Carly, and yes, we have seen Blue Exorcist multiple times, at least three different times. Do you know of Fate? Is that Fate like ReZero or whatever? Where, like, check it out, I'm fucking Lancelot, and check it out, like, I'm a random historical figure like Rasputin and stuff, right? Is that the one you're talking about, Augustus? Dreams subtitled, bro. I do not like dubbed animes in most cases. I'm not going to say this is a universal because there are some dubs that are done in a way that still captures the initial essence. But there's a lot of animes that I've seen where the dub version does not capture the same energy and emotional intensity that the initial actors gave. So I am a subtitle guy. Maybe that will change if my eyes start to get so bad I can't see subtitles or something, but it seems really unlikely. Shelton, yeah, Love and Thunder was very stupid. It was trash. Fate like Apocrypha and Unlimited Blade Works. I don't know. Jess, you like to think back and remember how terrible Bullseye was in Daredevil? Did you know they make like snake noises when he comes onto the screen and shit? On top of having that crap pressed into his forehead like he got waffle ironed? Fate, Stay Night. I have seen some of the Fate stuff, yes. Juggling Appleseed, what's that one? What is that one? So yeah, I like subbed animes, and I suppose that is one of the advantages of the AI stuff that's going on, is it seems like it's way easier to do subtitles for more animes more quickly, but sometimes the translation is gorked. Dreams, yeah, me and Carly watched ReZero, and that's the one that I enjoyed when he was like, oh, like every time you die, you come and start your day over, kind of thing. And I thought that was cool. But didn't they do that thing where they actually went, every time that happened, you've actually been shifting into another parallel dimension version of yourself? And it's just like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like it. I think that's inherently way lamer than like a Groundhog Day style loop when it's like, actually, it's all different incarnations of you. It is? So, like, what happens to the, like, this main guy's spirit transferring over from one to another? Is this, is it supposed to feel like it's actually much bigger stakes because you've actually been dying for real? But I haven't, right? Other versions of me have, or something nebulous and pointless. It just, it doesn't feel the same at all to me. It fundamentally alters the nature of what's going on in a way that doesn't make it cooler to me. At least I haven't seen it done in any way that seemed cooler to me. Juggle 'em Techno Cops. You ever play the Genesis game Techno Cop? Bum, bum, bum. Busted. Joe, the only movie you regret paying to see more than Love and Thunder is Batman versus Superman. Really? That's worse? Sure is a good one about the Demon King being defeated by an unknown hero and a tournament to claim the rights of becoming the hero. But if the Demon King's already been defeated by the hero, then why would you need to be... Like, the hero already exists. I don't quite get it. Augustus, have I seen Naruto or Bleach? Yes, on both accounts. I watched a bunch of Naruto many years ago, and it was fine. It was fine. I enjoyed some of it for sure. The Japanese version, not the North American, turned into a cartoon version. And Bleach, I watched more recently with Carly, but after they did the Hueco Mundo, we're in Hueco Mundo, we're over our heads. Now we're leaving Hueco Mundo and doing like a reset or something. That was just too much. And she just said, nope. And I was already checking out too from the whole filler episodes of Soccer Ball Girl and Dawn, wah guy. I was just like, this sucks, man. This sucks. Appleseed is a Japanese cyberpunk style anime franchise. Okay. All right, Jess, fair enough, buddy. So yeah, the ReZero thing was more interesting when it started out, and the madness that kind of crept into Buddy's mind as a result of coming back again and again, right? But the alternate dimension thing, I don't know. It really felt disappointing, you know? Dreams Demon King already defeated. Interspecies reviewers. Actually, me and Carly watched that. We watched that one. That was ridiculous. That was some dumb fun. Oh, Pepsi with the super chat saying, I recommend Code Geass. It has a good combo of mecha school, Machiavellianism, Britannia versus Japan, special abilities but not OP. It's short and moves quickly. You know what, Pepsi? I actually gave that as an example today of animes that didn't land for me. I agree with you that they have the special ability stuff going on, and I was curious about that, but the show just kind of lost me. I don't care about like Gundams and stuff, and the main character wasn't particularly engaging or likable to me. So that show, I watched it for a while and then just went, I feel like this show had potential, but that potential was never realized, you know? It feels like one where if you're into Gundams, then yeah, it'd be like, yeah, it'll give you a little bit more. But for me, like, I can see why other people would like it. It's not one of those ones where this is garbage, nobody should watch it. But it just, after watching it for a bit, I went, there's certain aspects I'm interested in, but there's too much other stuff that I'm not interested in, and I just wandered from it, you know? Oh, okay, some. All right. So it's all rumors. Just wouldn't it be crazy if this live stream was being broadcast in every universe? There was an Earth with YouTube. I mean, if all the parallel universes are the same and I'm just saying the same thing in each one, what's the difference? What's the difference? You know? Juggle, yeah, we're not talking about those kind of anime. That's not anime. That's dirty boy stuff. Habanero, you watched Gance as a high schooler. Your friends recommended to you. You finished it and didn't like it. Well, you made it through it. I didn't make it through it. What else you got, Pepsi? For me, one of the biggest things about Gundams is they almost always seem pointless. Almost always. Like, why do you have a mech suit? Why are you inside it? You don't have to be inside it. That's dangerous. Like, you look at the drone technology they have now, and you're like, these could be remotely controlled. And then if your mech gets blown up, you're still there and you can keep piloting it. Like, unless it literally is alien technology beyond the knowledge of mankind, and you need to use it like that way because it only meshes with organic beings and we can't make it operate. We don't understand its technology, but we know that if it injects a tube into your butt, then you can control the mech through butt vibrations or whatever it is, you know, through kissing the doll face inside the Gundam. Whatever it is. You got to kiss the little mannequin and put a tube up your butt, and then you can save mankind from techno ghosts or something. Like, at least then the stuff makes sense, you know? But otherwise it doesn't. Casey, was Pluto mentioned? Robot detective investigates a series of murders involving the world's most powerful robots and officials linked to an investigative squad. Plot setup, engaging sci-fi thriller. Well, it wasn't on the list. It wasn't mentioned, but it is now. It has been included. Oh, Jess, what if I don't exist in your universe? How will you sleep at night? Pepsi, Overlord or Goblin Slayer? Great choices. Both are great choices. Goblin Slayer is pretty intense, and Overlord is a really fun concept. And Albedo to that. Huh? You get it? You get it? Because she's a big titty demon? Huh? That better be her name, or else that joke doesn't work. If it turns out that I'm misremembering and that's the name of some skeleton guy or something, then I just blew that one. Joe, Eureka 7 isn't bad. Well, that ain't much of a recommendation, is it? Is it? Larry, if you could switch spots with a parallel universe version of you where you had your dream job, were married, had kids, and lived a happy life and all that, she'd never know the difference. She sure would. She'd all of a sudden be with the version of you that's you now. And you wouldn't have any... She'd be like, remember this time? And you'd be like, nope, I don't remember nothing. And she'd know. She'd see it in your eyes. And she'd be like, there's a distance between us. I am taking your children. And because it's a parallel universe and you didn't know the rules, I'm selling your ball sack on eBay. And then she just cuts your nuts off and puts it on eBay. And you're like, eBay? It's actually called eBag. And that's literally where ladies can sell dudes ball bags. So you should be happy that you're not in the ball bag sale universe, man. Imagine. Imagine how that would go. Pepsi, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Yep, he needs to ease up on smacking the ladies around. But I've seen a bunch of the JoJo stuff. That music is so catchy, too. Darling in the Franxx? What's that one about? Dreams? Larry, you just go with it. I'm just saying, man, you'd have to fake an entire life. And the question is, could you, in a way, that would sufficiently convince your family that you actually cared about them when you don't know them? Like, what if you're married and the version of you that lived in that parallel universe really likes this woman, but you can't stand her, and you hate your kids and they're little fucking dum-dums, and you realize, my kids are stupid. Oh no, I've raised dummies. I don't love you. And you don't even feel like you made them. Like, the whole time, would you just be thinking, do I even measure up to the real Larry that was here? Did I deserve to take his place in the parallel universe? Like, what happens to the soul of the actual worthy Larry? You know what I mean? Yamagoro, the anime version of Metropolis will stay with you. Was it just about a city? I feel like the name is familiar, but I mean, that's where Superman's from, right? Jess, they don't answer that in Back to the Future either. Wait, in Back to the Future? You don't go back into it. In Back to the Future, he goes back in time when he didn't exist. So, what are you talking about? Darling in the Franxx is about sheltered teenagers learning about relationships and using mechas to fight alien dinosaurs. Fair warning, the mech designs take some getting used to. All right. All right. I try to be a little bit more open-minded about genres of things that I've written off before ever since we got into horror movies and I found out that not all horror movies suck. And I was like, wait, there's actually good horror movies? Like I watched Oddity and went, this is great. I really enjoyed this. Okay, I've been robbing myself. What up, DeVoe? How you doing? Drongo Vinland Saga. Tried it already. Tried that one. Didn't get into it. Earth Vikings living the harsh life didn't really connect with me. Get chained in the face. Well, bam. Well, bam. Joe, you had similar thoughts about Hot Tub Time Machine. Cusack comes back and finds himself married to the girl he met in the past, but has no memory of their life together. Yeah, it's just like, it's that momentary fantasy that you have when you see, oh, look at this chick, I remember her from my past, and whoa, what my life would have been awesome if I got with her, and all this stuff that would have happened, and who knows what happened and all that, right? Who knows, like, what kind of a relationship you actually had, any of it. Dante, are you just saying magic cards now, bro? How about haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto? Follows a high school student named Sakamoto, has a reputation for being the coolest person among the entire student body. It's a Three Stooges-like comedy. No, I've never heard of that. Haven't you heard? Okay. Definitely haven't heard of that one, Casey. Drunko, whatever season he is a farmer, is boring as fuck. Habanero says, I'm a big fan of Darling in the Franxx, but Perp disliking it wouldn't surprise me. Well, we'll see what my verdict shall be, bro. Yo, Augustus. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, yes, we already talked about, that's awesome. But you know what hasn't come up, and I forgot about entirely, and you just said, Parasite the Maxim. What an interesting anime, right? The idea of essentially alien spores raining down on Earth one night. And what their goal is, I don't want to give shit away because I really liked it. I thought Parasite Maxim was awesome. Conceptually very interesting. And the whole thing's not going quite the way they're supposed to. And what it leads to, what should have happened, all of it. It's cool. It's a cool one. Habanero, haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto is really good in your opinion? All right. Yeah, Parasite Maxim was great. I found it to be very different. And I really enjoy the contrast between humans' emotional thinking that encompasses and cares for others and the cold insect or reptilian intelligence of the alien, where it's purely about survival and there's nothing emotional about it whatsoever. It's passionate and contrasted by dispassionate, and it's it's compelling, honestly. I found it to be genuinely compelling. Dreams Freerin, we've watched some of it. I don't think we watched the entirety. Juglum Super Chat says, I feel the luck. Oh, well, let's see what the wheel feels, big boy. Let's go. Hop, 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 hop. Hoi. Oh, so close to insult, but it's wonders. Juglum, you got a wonderful time coming. Lewis, Sailor Moon was the first anime you watched. Fighting evil by moonlight, tugging tuxedo by daylight. Never afraid of her light bright. She is the one you will wanna goon. Oh man, I remember Sailor Moon and thinking it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. A girl who sees ghosts and can't let on she sees them, otherwise they'll target her further. That's an interesting concept. I like that. I like that. Juggle 'em, nice indeed. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Dreams, yeah, I think we're going to finish Fear, and I think it was more just like, it was bumming us out, bro. Casey, I've never heard of Star Blazers. Nick, Sailor Moon is Dragon Ball Z for girls. I didn't like Dragon Ball Z either, so deal with that. Deal with that, Nick. Deal with that reality. All right. We got Valthok Bladeburn. A Wave Whisperer Bay. A very idyllic looking location, right? Not too shabby. I like it too, because when you put it out, you can look at the top card of your deck, and if you want, you can pop it on the top or the bottom. Zenig Azimuth. The Light Forge. This one's fun too, because early game, it hoses your opponent, because they got to hand over an energy or an action if you have 3 or fewer stones. So you put this out at the beginning, you can definitely stall them out a bit. And then we got a big fat mace. What does this do? 4 cost, whenever lane you control arrives, put 2+1 counters on the dude who's using the mace. Okay, all right. I mean, if you have a bunch of lands to pop out that you haven't already played, you could beefcake a guy. Then we got a foil Enraged Bear. We got a foil Isaac Sparkpaw. A foil Ravagore token. Oh, shit, we got an epic dragon, bro. Cinderball the Scalder. 8 cost, 8 power. Whenever a stone is seized from you, you may put this from your hand in that round for no cost. Oh, what? What? And it's got flying? That's so dumb. Somebody steals your stone and you can just cast this. You can just put this guy out for free? Like, oh, but you have to sack it at the end of round. Okay. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. I was just like, this is too broken, man. It's how is this not going to dominate everything? You get him for like 1 turn. Now, still, that's really powerful, but at least it's limited by the fact that you have to sack the guy. Oh, we got Rootling Terror. I love this dude. I played with him in the very first event. I got him in my sealed pool, and he was so dope. Because when he shows up, he's only 4 to cost, and he's 3 power. But when he shows up, you put 3 -1 counters on a dude, and you get to copy the ability of another guy who has the same power. So I had a dude who counted as a stone, and this thing. So I would put this out, use it to wipe out one of my opponent's guys, and go, oh, look, he counts as a stone too. Deal with that. That's awesome. And then we got Betrayer of Ironskin Clan, and a Thunder Crash axe that kind of looks like a parking meter made into an axe. Actually kind of reminds me of Thor Love and Thunder that I watched last night too. Overall, not too shabby, man. That dragon is epic. And I don't know if he's actually on the list of ones that I still need copies of. Is he legendary? Yeah, he's legendary. Okay, I think I already have him. Star Blazers is about a starship that must make a dangerous voyage to the distant planet and back to save Earth from an alien invasion. Okay. All right. Lewis, yep. Dragon Ball Z was repetitive. Agreed. It didn't do much for me. That's for sure. Every time I saw it on TV at anybody's place, somebody was always going, "Arr!" And they were glowing and yelling, glowing and yelling, glowing and yelling. And that's all they did. Hell, this could be a Dragon Ball episode if I could just make wavy lines appear around me, because I'm already yelling all the time. Joglum, no problem. No problem, buddy. Koku is about a family that has a stone that can stop time. Okay. All right. That sounds pretty good. Did I already talk about all the ones that are on my on the recent list here? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I think I have more anime written in here somewhere, though. I got TV shows, movies, books, music, all kinds of stuff in this book to help keep track of them. What I watched, what I want to watch. There's still movies, more movies. Here's some anime. Oh yeah, there's Shangri-La Frontier right there. Oh, Pluto's on here. So these are ones I haven't seen. These are ones I haven't seen yet. So I don't have anything to say on them, really. Do I have more animes written in here that I have watched? Nope. Okay. All right. Augustus, have I seen Konosuba? Yes. And I've seen the time I got reincarnated as a slime. I enjoy both of those, definitely. Just if people asked you if you ate paint chips as a kid and you don't answer, it's because you can't remember because you ate so many paint chips with all that lead in it, bro. Yep. The Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. I've watched, I think, 3 to 4 episodes of it. And it's all right. It's not too shabby. It's also not amazing. It's very watchable, but it hasn't made much of an impression. Lewis, an anime where a teenage boy lives with his grandpa and 13 girls. All the girls are interested in him. He's interested in none of them. I've never heard of it. Eminence in Shadow is really fun. Eminence in Shadow, I'm pretty sure, is that one where the main character was so pretentious at the beginning that I couldn't watch it. Where we were just like, oh my God. You know? I'm pretty sure that's the one. He yells about power or something and seems like such a goof. Lasagna Yu Yu Hakusho? Yep, I've seen that. Augustus Black Butler? I think so. Larry, your wish would be to rule over all of Canada? Seems like a lot of territory to govern, buddy. You got to be careful when you get like wishes. They usually get twisted too. So you'd wish and then it would just be like, okay, you're the prime minister now. And you're like, what? What does that mean? Well, you better do a good job as prime minister. You're going to get voted out. You don't know nothing about politics. You'll just get plopped into the position you want, completely unprepared for it. I'm sensing a theme, an overlapping theme here, Larry. You keep wanting to be put in situations you're fundamentally unprepared for. Casey, summertime rendering has already been mentioned in the stream. It is on the list. The thing is, Eminence in Shadow knows what it is, and the character is really self-aware and fun. I wouldn't know. We got just turned away by the beginning of it. Octopus says the one with the grandpa and the girls is called Tenchi. There you go. The butler is a vampire. Does he use like wire threads? Evangelion has come up already. Yep. Jesse, you bragging that you ate a bag of Skittles in 32 minutes? That's not a world record. Juggum, did I watch Dagashi Kashi? Oh, it rhymes. I do not know what that is, though. I think this is the first time I'm hearing it. You think sometimes he uses wire threads? That's the way he kills people. I'm pretty sure that me and Carly have seen that. The name sounds familiar, and it made me think of particular scenes. So I'm pretty sure. Carly kept a digital list of the animes that we've watched. I didn't keep track of anything. Now I have my book, so I'm at least keeping somewhat track. Dreams Vinland Saga made you realize you have no enemies. Most of us don't. Most of us don't have enemies, you know? I mean, there are people who tell me to get fucked every day, but I wouldn't really consider them my enemies because at the end of the day, people like to be miserable online. They like to talk real big about stuff that doesn't matter. So, can't really consider them my enemies, you know? Just more like, I'm something for them to complain about for a few minutes before they go complain about something else. Juggum, it's a snacks and candy anime? Like about snacks and candy? Have I watched Shangri-La Frontier yet? I can't remember, honestly. Lasagna, now I'm not watching the animes you made yourself, buddy. Drunk, I'm familiar with Ninja Scroll. I've never actually heard of Basilisk, ever. I've never heard of that. Oh, what page? This ain't the right page. Here we go. Here we go. Jess, it's not a shadow, it's a tumor. There you go, Larry. Now you're getting it. Be careful with them wishes, because they can get twisted, bro. Toilet Bound Hanoko is a really neat show that blends a cute aesthetic with some pretty dark themes. Toilet Bound is a very alarming and off-putting part of a name, I gotta say. Shelton, with the list I'm making tonight, it'll be fun to hear my opinions about him later. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Lasagna sells at work. What's it about? Mitochondria? Drunkle, speaking of food animes, Yakutate Japan, it inspired your friend to become a chef. You ever watch that show Food Wars or whatever the hell it is? That anime? Where you like take a bite of your opponent's food and then, oh, I've been transcended to heaven where my clothes are gone and clouds are in front of my jugs and cherubs are flying. Oh, his cinnamon sauce has dropped my pants. Yes. Actually, Casey, no, I shouldn't say that Mashal was mentioned. I have seen Mashal, and it's a very fun concept. A dude who's completely bereft of magic in a world where everything is dictated by magic, and he basically defeats magic through the use of just being insanely over-exercised and beefcaked. That is a fun one. That is a fun one. Shangri-La Frontier, the main character plays MMORPGs that has good fight scenes. I don't know. Most of us have seen Durarara. Is that about the headless motorcycle person? It's a Japanese Osmosis Jones. Okay. Larry, has Familiar of Zero been mentioned? Nope. I don't think I've heard that one. Some of the names all kind of overlap, right? So, Lewis, your wife enjoyed Knights of the Zodiac Saint Seiya. All right. It's quite the name. Drunkle, you watched all of Food Wars and loved it? It's an entertaining show, honestly. Juggling, watch Panty and Stocking. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Hey, what, have you watched Jizz Buckets and Butt Cheeks? Have you seen Full Dive? This ultimate next-gen Full Dive RPG is even shittier than real life. No, I have not. I have not heard of Full Dive. There's so many. There's so many. There's a crazy Iron Walk manga that you'd... Oh, if it was animated. Okay, that's just a book. Lasagna, Elfin Light. That one's wild, bro. That one's crazy. Nick, Fist of the North Star. Hey, little girl, I'm gonna cure your muteness with my fists of doom. You don't even know you're already dead. Time of Eve. Okay, Casey, that one's about a philosophical piece about humans and robots. Okay. Juggling. There's one called I'm an Anime God. There's one called Trapped in Another World with My Cell Phone, which is hilariously dumb in one way, but it is an entertaining concept. Lewis, am I going to do a follow-up stream where I watch some of these animes? Absolutely. Every once in a while, I like to do an anime stream talking about stuff that I've seen and also getting suggestions. This is the most suggestions I've ever gotten. I'd say partially because we chose to do it here instead of over on the Historian where we would have kept getting into talking about magic. Dreams, what the hell is Mushoku Tensei? All right, I've crossed it off the list, Juggling. It's not I'm an anime god. Lasagna. Yeah, we already talked about Parasite. That one's great. Deadman Wonderland is fun. I wish they had done more of that. Claymore, I've never heard of it. Claymore and High Rise Invasion, I've not heard of. Katro Gurren Lagann. About a boy becoming a man, then that man finds his place in the world, and it's a mecha. I feel like we went to watch that, and then because of the whole mech thing, just kind of... Steins Gate. I liked Steins Gate. Someone mentioned that earlier in the stream, I think, as well. Steins Gate was good. The beginning after the end... Death Parade. Some of these names. Oh, Katro, Kill la Kill is fun. That one's fun. And Delicious in Dungeons is as well. And I liked the first bit of Cyberpunk Edge Runners, but once the one dude died, the show became less interesting to me. Habanero Mushoku Tensei is really good. You only saw the first season because you got bored during the second season. I feel like that contrasts a little, conflicts, I should say, with you saying it's really good, you know? Jobless Reincarnation. Maybe I have seen that. I don't know. Larry, you got some anime magazines in your closet back at your parents' place? Well, then you can stock up for some knowledge for the next time we throw down on anime, bro. The beginning after the end has literally some of the worst animation quality you've ever seen. It's like watching a PowerPoint. Panty and Stalking is two angels need to get back into heaven by killing ghosts, but they're more interested in human vices. All right. All right. Cadra, what genre do I like? I like high fantasy. I like isekais. Lasagna the Seven, Deadly Sins. Yeah, I've watched all of that. We watched all that. And we watched them as subtitles, not dubs. Casey, okay, Kaiba explores concepts of memories. All right. Jordan, you might have a girlfriend. Let her out of the basement. Let her make her own choices. I might have caught one. Let her go. Octopus Overlord's a fun one. Yep. Yeah, there are very few dubs that hold up. Subtitles are better. Yeah, the Jobless Reincarnation one does sound familiar to me. At least with these, as I've seen them, I can check them off like I do with the movies. I should probably keep a little bit of notes on each of the ones that I've seen so that when we talk about them in the future, I actually remember specifically which one it is. I'm bad for watching things and then forgetting a bunch of it. It happens. But either way, look at that. Look at how many suggestions we got. That's a ton. You guys did good. I'll note down the date of this stream. There we go. Jordan, well, that's good, man. That's good. If you're out having fun with your new girlfriend, that's good times. You can pop by when you feel like it. We'll be here chilling. Live that life. Catro, I mean, give me a little teaser. I don't need a summary, I guess, of an entire episode, but you know, if you want, that tends to add a little bit more curiosity to it when you know a bit, you know? Lasagna. Oh, you're feeling lonely, so you're listening to girls fart into microphones as ASMR, eh? I'm alone, but she goes pss, 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 and bangs on a tin plate, and I'm okay for the rest of the day. I love you, Kimberly Becky. Oh, I love when you fucking kiss the microphone. I kiss my screen. Jess says, with our powers combined, we know all animes, almost. We certainly know a ton. Some have I seen Odd Taxi about the walrus that drives a taxi cab? Lasagna, the ASMR girlfriends give you positive affirmations. Hey, if it's helping you, whatever. ASMR isn't something for me. Carly likes it. She watches that kind of stuff. But for me, it just feels goofy, you know? Hello, I'm whispering into my mic. You can hear my voice. Now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. Oh, if you were a taco, I would put onions on you. You know, like, what? What? Stop sending me messages about jerking off to me. Woo, woo, I'm an ASMR lady. Lordy. Heavenly Delusion? Nope, that's not on there. It's not on there. Oh, this, what the hell? Oh, that's because I was using this. I penciled them in. Give it a tap. Just a little taparoo. Tap, tap, tap it in. All right. All right, my friends. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It has been a productive discussion about the animes. And it's perfect because, like I said, just finished watching one pre-stream. Like, pretty much 10, 15 minutes before the stream started, I just watched the last episode of the last season. And wide open for some new anime action. All right, so yeah, have a good one. Thanks for coming. I'm going down into the waters of doom.